Welcome back to Golden Years Health, where we talk plainly and honestly about keeping you healthy and sharp as you enjoy your golden years. Today, I'm going to share something that, even as a brain doctor, genuinely shocked me when I first truly understood its widespread hidden danger. We're going to discuss a fruit. Yes, a common, everyday fruit that many of you might think is a perfectly healthy snack, maybe even something you enjoy right before bed. But here's the crucial part. For some people, especially those over 60, eating this particular fruit at the wrong time can quietly and surprisingly increase your risk of having a stroke while you're asleep. This isn't about scaring anyone. It's about giving you vital information, a hidden connection between food and medicine that many people, and even some doctors, might not fully realize. My aim isn't to say this fruit is always bad. It has its good points. But I need to give you a serious warning about when you eat it and the very real danger it poses for certain individuals. This might go against what you've always heard or what you usually do, but the facts are clear. And when it comes to your brain and heart, the stakes couldn't be higher. So please, pay close attention. What you learn today could truly be life-saving, helping you protect your brain and your heart, all while you get your night's rest. The fruit we need to talk about, the one that can secretly raise your stroke risk overnight, is grapefruit. I can almost hear your surprise. Grapefruit? But it's so healthy, full of vitamin C, good for you. And you're not wrong about its good points. Grapefruit does have nutrients. But here's where the very serious, very often missed danger comes in. Grapefruit is a very strong blocker of a special cleanup crew or processing factory in your liver. Think of this cleanup crew as tiny workers in your liver whose job it is to break down and get rid of many different medicines from your body. This isn't a small thing. It's a major problem for how your body handles medicines. This liver cleanup crew is responsible for processing more than half of all the prescription drugs and even many of the over-the-counter medicines people take. When you eat grapefruit, especially drinking its juice, certain natural chemicals in it act like a roadblock. They essentially shut down or tie up this crucial cleanup crew. It's like throwing a massive wrench into a finely tuned machine that's essential for processing foreign substances in your body. Now imagine what happens if you take medicine that needs this cleanup crew to break it down. Your body suddenly can't get rid of that medicine properly. Instead of being slowly processed and sent out of your body, the medicine just builds up and builds up in your bloodstream. It's like you've accidentally taken a much bigger dose of your medicine than your doctor intended, even though you only took the prescribed amount. This could mean your body is getting 2, 3, 4, or even many more times the intended amount of medicine, all without you ever taking an extra pill. And this is where the direct connection to stroke risk comes in, especially if you eat grapefruit before bed. Many seniors take medicines that, when their levels get too high because of grapefruit, can directly make them more likely to have a stroke. Let's look at some common types of medicines where this interaction is extremely serious. First, medicines to lower cholesterol, often called statins. Millions of older adults take these drugs to keep their cholesterol in check and prevent heart attacks and strokes. That liver cleanup crew helps process many of these statins. If grapefruit stops this crew, the amount of statin in your blood can go through the roof. This hugely increases the chance of a very dangerous side effect where your muscle tissue breaks down severely. This can damage your kidneys and, in extreme cases, even be deadly. Even if it doesn't directly cause a stroke, the extreme stress on your body and kidney damage can put a massive strain on your heart and blood vessels, actually increasing your overall risk for heart problems. Second, and perhaps most directly linked to overnight stroke risk, are medicines for high blood pressure and heart conditions, often called blood pressure regulators. Drugs like Procardia, Norvasc, and Plendil are very common for managing high blood pressure and chest pain. Their processing also relies heavily on that liver cleanup crew. When grapefruit blocks this crew, the levels of these blood pressure medicines can shoot up dramatically. This can cause a sudden and very severe drop in your blood pressure. This severe low blood pressure can make you feel dizzy, faint, and can even lead to shock. For an older person, especially while you're sleeping, A sudden and dangerously low drop in blood pressure means your brain isn't getting enough blood and oxygen. This significantly increases your risk of an ischemic stroke, which is a stroke caused by a blockage, like a clot, stopping blood flow to your brain. Imagine your blood pressure falling so low while you're unconscious. Your brain could be starved of vital oxygen and nutrients for hours, leading to permanent damage. Third, let's consider medicines for irregular heartbeats. These drugs are very powerful, and doctors need to get the dose just right. Too little won't work, and too much can be harmful. Grapefruit interaction can lead to dangerously high levels of these drugs, potentially causing severe, life-threatening irregular heartbeats or other serious heart problems that could directly lead to a stroke or even sudden heart failure. Your heart's delicate electrical system, which might already be vulnerable as you age, can be thrown into chaos by an accidental overdose caused by grapefruit. Fourth, and very concerning, are interactions with medicines that calm your immune system, often given after organ transplants or for certain long-term immune conditions. These drugs also rely on that liver cleanup crew. Too much of these drugs because of grapefruit can cause organ damage, like to your kidneys and liver, and can also increase the risk of brain-related problems, indirectly raising your stroke risk by causing serious body-wide inflammation and organ failure. Fifth, certain anti-anxiety medicines and sleep aids, specific types like midazolam and triazolam, also interact with grapefruit. While these might not directly cause a stroke, dangerously high levels can lead to extreme drowsiness, breathing problems, and confusion. For an older person, this could increase the risk of falls, serious lung infections from accidentally inhaling food or liquid, and just general weakness and vulnerability to other medical issues. Being so deeply drowsy could also hide the early signs of a stroke, or make it harder for someone to get help in time. The insidious danger of grapefruit, especially for seniors, lies in this silent yet incredibly powerful drug interaction. It's not about the fruit itself being inherently bad or toxic in all contexts, but rather about its potent and specific ability to turn your carefully prescribed, life-saving medication into a potentially dangerous, even deadly overdose. Many people might, in good faith, take their evening pills and then, out of habit or a desire for health, enjoy a glass of grapefruit juice or half a grapefruit, completely unaware that they are essentially multiplying the dose of their medicine while they sleep. This means that while you're resting, your body is unknowingly struggling with a drug overload, and your stroke risk, particularly from sudden and dramatic drops in blood pressure or severe heart problems, could be quietly and significantly escalating, hour by hour. So, what is the clear, unambiguous course of action you should take? The most important and non-negotiable takeaway from today's discussion is this. If you are over the age of 60, and especially if you are taking any regular medications, particularly those for heart conditions, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, irregular heartbeats, or certain anti-anxiety drugs, you must have an immediate and thorough talk about grapefruit with your doctor or pharmacist. Do not, under any circumstances, put off this vital conversation. This critical interaction can happen even with seemingly small amounts of grapefruit or its juice. For some medicines, there is a strict, absolute, no grapefruit rule, meaning you must avoid it entirely. For other medicines, a very small, occasional amount might be okay, but this can only be determined and monitored under the direct and explicit guidance of your healthcare provider. Your pharmacist, in particular, is an invaluable helper for checking specific drug interactions. They can often tell you a clear yes or no for your particular medicines. If you genuinely love grapefruit and it has been a cherished part of your routine, it is completely understandable to feel a sense of disappointment or even frustration upon receiving this news. However, your long-term health and safety, especially the invaluable health of your brain and heart, are far too important to disregard this critical and potentially life-threatening interaction. The good news is that there are numerous other wonderful, delicious fruits, also rich in vitamin C and strong natural protectors, that don't carry this dangerous risk of drug interaction. Consider readily available alternatives such as sweet oranges, a wide variety of colorful berries, like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, kiwi fruit, or succulent mangoes. Actively explore and switch to these safer alternatives, particularly if you are currently taking any of the medications we have discussed today. Ultimately, the purpose of this discussion is not to cast a shadow of blame upon a healthy fruit or to make you fearful of food in general. On the contrary, it is about empowering you with truly crucial, life-protecting knowledge. As a brain doctor, I strongly urge you to take this information with the utmost seriousness. A seemingly simple change in your evening routine, specifically avoiding grapefruit if you are on certain medications, could genuinely be the crucial difference between enjoying a peaceful, undisturbed night's sleep and enduring a sudden, life-altering, or even fatal medical emergency. Stay informed, remain watchful, and consistently have open, honest conversations with all your healthcare providers about everything you eat, especially when it directly relates to your medication regimen. Your health is, without a doubt, your most precious asset, and understanding these often hidden dangers is absolutely key to protecting it. Thank you deeply for joining us today on Golden Years Health. If this information has resonated with you, if it has provided valuable insight, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more vital health insights, and crucially, share this video widely with anyone you care about, your friends, your family, your community. Until next time, please take the utmost care of your amazing brain and body.